Yay, yay. Happy Friday, y'all. Welcome to Fly Nubian Money, where we help you master your mindset and maximize your money. There's been a noticeable shift happening. For the first time in decades, more Black children are growing up in two-parent households. Now, that
Yes.
didn't happen overnight, all right? We know there were a lot of factors that impacted the Black family: discrimination,
Mm.
mass incarceration, the crack epidemic, which I happen to feel was the nail that shut the coffin.
Mhm.
And a lot of people grew up in the middle of all that. So now we're seeing a shift. Okay. So it raises some questions. What's changing? Are people moving differently when it comes to relationships and family? Is this about intention or is it about survival? And what does this actually mean? What does this actually mean for the next generation? And today we are a little bit light. We're a little
Yeah.
bit light with the queens, but we got the best. We got Reverend Connie in the house. And we're going to do this, Reverend Connie. We're going to do this, okay?
Yes.
All right. So, first, Reverend Connie, let me ask you, does this stat surprise you at all?
No, it doesn't surprise me. Actually, it's so funny because for many years it was always two parents in the household. It's just that they could not document it because of benefits. So, I grew up with two parents, and I know at one time when my dad couldn't find a job and he was laid off for quite a bit of time, him and my mother had to separate because she had to apply for benefits, and they did not allow men in the household. So that was another way of segregation of the family. So, but it didn't last long because he got a job and everything like that. But I believe, as always, people been together for 40 years, call it common law. They never got married.
Yep, that's so true. Now, this stat doesn't surprise me at all because I think over time, as we evolve as people, especially coming out of slavery up until where we are now, all we're doing is evolving. All right.
Yeah.
There were a lot of things that were put in our way to stop the progression of Black excellence. Like I said earlier, the crack epidemic, I really think that was the nail in the coffin for the Black neighborhoods because once
Hmm.
grandmas and the aunties started smoking crack, there was no one out there to protect the children. And
No.
subsequently, the children all went to jail or their parents went to jail. It just became a negative factor in the Black community. But
Yes.
I will say this, Reverend Connie, representation is everything. We had
Yes.
the Cosby Show. And although I know it
Yes.
wasn't the only thing that resurrected the Black community, it really helped us out because it debuted at the height of the crack epidemic. All
Hmm.
right. The
Yes.
height. So me being a little girl, and I step outside, I see crack everywhere, but then I sit in front of my TV and I can see the possibility of what could be for me and my
Yes.
family.
Hmm.
It was everything,
Right.
everything.
Right. Right.
And it
It
also changed the
was.
mindsets of the
Right.
people that was us Black people that was watching it. It changed our mindsets.
Yes. Yes. You know what? It was great because there was a lot of black sitcoms that came about. The
After, yeah,
Jeffersons and just a lot, So it was great. Even the ones that who was the one, JJ and
good times.
good times, yeah. Even though they
Yeah,
were in the project, it was a mother and father that was present, and
correct.
all the things that they went through. But the male present was great there. So even though they were poor in the projects, they made it work, and that's
Correct.
how it is in black families. We make it work.
Exactly. And even on good times, I remember Esther Roll, the mother, the matriarch of the show, she said on so many occasions that she fought to have a Black male presence in the house. Even though they lived in a hood, they were expecting for her to be just this single mom raising her three children. And she said, we're going to have a Black male presence in the house. And she brought that to the television, which was
Amen.
epic. It
That
was
was good.
epic. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because that turned into the Cosby Show, and the Cosby Show turned into a different world, and a different world turned to living single. We just started having a multitude of Black excellence showcased on
Yes.
television,
Mm-hmm.
showing us, in our neighborhoods, what the possibility could be.
Can be. Yes,
Yeah.
that's true. You know, now I had a couple people in my family that got onto using drugs through crack, but
Hmm.
the thing is that God delivered them out of it. But actually, we did not see a lot of it, but I seen a lot of young men selling it, and it
Hmm.
was just awful the way that was going about, and a lot of them went to jail or got killed. It just was terrible for our community. Very, very terrible time. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that that era is gone. Thank God.
Yeah, I am too. And a lot of black people, they're like, crack is whack. They're not
Crack is
even
whack.
selling it
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
That shit is
Yeah.
whack. They want to get into like the real joint, like
Right.
Bitcoin and
Yeah,
finances and things of that nature.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Booker,
Yes.
1138. Booker wrote, he said, I don't think that it changed. I grew up with both parents, and the majority of my friends had both friends. I guess he meant both parents. The media is just, the media just has a sinister agenda. And you are
Exactly.
absolutely correct, because the media does dictate how other people see the Black community,
Right.
you know?
Like we just so broke down. No parent in the home and drugs and violence. And it's nothing like that. I didn't
Correct.
grow up like that. And like I said, most families that I grew up with, there was a mother and father in the household. So it was not none of that. But like I said, there was some that common law came about because couples was together 30, 40 years
Hmm.
before they even got married, and they wasn't married, but they was together and they were committed.
Yeah.
So you can't report the numbers when it's not legal or by paper, but they were married, raising their children as a family. So therefore I did not see any very few single household, very few.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's so
very
funny.
few.
I didn't either. Growing up in New York, you would expect for us to see I mean, we saw a few single households, don't get me wrong, but in my neighborhood, I saw both parents, people with both parents.
Both parents. Yep, I
Like,
did too.
yeah, and
So,
the kids without their fathers in the home, they were like the minority.
yes, exactly. And you
So,
didn't see much of it, but you know what? The thing about it, when there was not a father present, grandmas and granddads were there, help
that's
raising
another
the
thing. Yes.
children. They were there. I remember a lot of the single parents that I seen in our neighborhood. They lived with their kids lived with their grandmas and their granddads, and the mom was all in one household. So they
Mhm.
still had the family structure.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of it, and it's still going back to that now. There's a lot of, because of the economy, a lot of families is coming together with the grandparents and living together.
Yeah, I
That's
noticed
how they
that as
did.
well too, because of the economy. But that's how it should be. We should have multi-generational homes, because
Right.
the children that are being raised in those multi-generational homes, they get everything. They get the blessing of having their parents there, and the wisdom and the love from their grandparents. You can't
Exactly.
beat that. You
Yes, you
can't beat
cannot
that.
beat that, not at all.
Yeah.
So it's just so wonderful to see that, because that's
Mhm.
how I grew up. My mother and her sisters and my uncles, they were all very close. So we go to one of our aunt's house. My aunt was a beautician; she did our hair. So there was like a community just with family. When we had functions, we all got together and everybody brought food. So it's always been family. It's really
Yeah.
has. You know,
Family is very important.
family
Yeah.
is very important. And lately, I have been seeing a lot of black men dressing up. No women in the picture is them dressed up with their kids, and
That's
I'm
what's up.
loving it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been I didn't see 10 of them come across, and they were in a lot of colors, girls and the boys, and then there's couples that with their families and stuff. So we're starting to see more of families doing well. You can
Yeah.
see the
Yeah,
wealth of the Black family that is now showing up in this generation.
correct. Yeah.
Hmm.
So let's shout out some of our audience members. The real Black Lexicon. How are you this
Hmm.
Friday? Miss Debra, I see you, girl. Okay, we do got this. All right. And also Candy Candy Chambers, thank you. Please hit the like button, y'all. Give us some likes. Give us
Yes,
some likes,
yes.
okay? And thank you for that. Walter McLeod, thank you. Good afternoon. And Charles Thompson says Trump cut food stamps. Now women want to act right. What the fudge?
What?
Shut up. Shut up. We don't care about no food stamps. We ain't on no
No,
food stamps.
actually, majority of white people are on food stamps.
Yeah, but tell him
Actually,
he still think that we on food stamps. Get out of
no,
here, boy.
I don't know
Yeah.
anybody that is on food stamps. No. Mm-mm. So
Neither do I.
now
I don't
you
hang
know
out in
what?
that
Hey,
circle
we don't
anymore.
mind buying some when they want to sell them.
Girl, stop
Hey,
playing, okay?
we. No, I'm just
And I will
kidding. I'm
certainly
just.
buy some food stamps on the low.
You know, people don't even sell them anymore because they're like premium.
Exactly, right.
Yeah, premium. You know, you used to say, "Hey, you want some?" I'll be like, "Nah, I'll pass." But the way food is, it was like, let me think about that."
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just kidding around, just kidding around. But no.
Reverend Connie, let me ask you, are people becoming more intentional about family structure
Oh,
in this day?
definitely. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Very intentional. I go to Petra International Ministry. Shout out to Bishop Clay.
Hey,
Um,
y'all.
and there is majority of the people. We got about 3,000 members. There is a lot of married couples in our church that's been together for many, many years. Their children go there. So yes, definitely, it's very intentional,
Yeah,
because they said their vows, they want to stay together. They didn't raise their kids. Now their kids is coming with their kids. So it's just a wonderful thing. And we are very family oriented,
we
So
are.
yes, yes. And sometimes, you'll see it a lot more in churches than, in so much in the community, but you got to come out and be involved in your community in order for you to see more, especially here where I live. I live in Pennsylvania,
Hmm.
and there is more family structure here than going out. When me and my friends go out, we go out and we go to restaurants or dinner clubs instead of bars.
Yeah.
Not into the bar scene, especially me being a minister. But yeah, we go to more of dining out, and we have a good time. And we leave our family at home, and that's the girls' time.
Hmm.
But they all are married. You
Yeah.
know, they all are married. Now, I lost my husband in a car accident in 2012, so
Sorry to
I've
hear
been
that.
kind of, yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. I've been single, but not really single, but kind of single, but you know.
I hear you, girl.
Yeah.
Had a
But
little blue
yeah,
or two on the side. I hear
yeah, so it's been good. It's been
you.
good. So
Yeah, I like that for you. That's what's up. And sometimes
yeah.
you probably feel like you don't after like you are very successful, okay? You are very highly successful. You're rich. So maybe you don't need no husband.
No, I don't. I don't need, you know what? This is the thing. I don't need a man. I want to have a man. There's a
Right.
difference.
But
I
Miss
don't need
Connie, you're not
nobody
having no
to
kids
baby.
or anything. You're not having any more children or anything like
No,
that.
no. Oh God, no.
Yeah, so that's what I'm like. Like you don't really need,
Yeah, yeah,
because there's nothing
yeah.
unless you want to build another way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I don't want to adopt because I got 8 grandchildren and I
Girl.
am enjoying them. Yeah,
Yeah,
from
that's how
two
it's
to
supposed to be.
34.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Someone said
grandchildren.
flexing
So
for social media. Shut up. She ain't flexing for social media. You don't know. Okay. You just
who
don't
said
know.
that? Who said
Somebody,
that?
what's the name? Tita.
I'm
Tina
flexing.
1811.
God bless you, honey.
Latoya Young says, my condolences. Thank y'all for that. Yep.
Oh, thanks. Yes.
Yeah. And hello,
Yeah.
Latoya, girl. Mhm. All right. Another question to ask. Okay. What challenges do you think still exist inside two family homes?
I think it's going to be financial because there could be one that wants to save and there's one that wants to spend. Now,
Mm-hmm.
God bless my deceased. He made a lot of money. He really did.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the breadwinner and he paid the bills, but he loved to shop and I wanted him to slow down, but he was a workaholic. I wanted him to slow down and just enjoy um just the everyday life.
Yeah.
Uh but he just worked all the time. He was a truck driver. After he retired from US Air, he was in management and then he retired and just drove trucks, so he had a lot of good income coming in, and so I
Mhm.
didn't have to want for anything, but he worked a lot. One of our biggest problems is that he spent a lot of money, you
Yeah.
know, a lot of money. And I was the saver and he was the spender. So I think that's a lot of problems in the household. One wants to spend and one wants to save. And that
Mm-hmm.
doesn't, if you don't come together into an agreement, you're going to have problems, if you
Yeah.
don't come into agreements. And we as women, we like to buy things and sneak it in the house.
I
You,
know the Amazon packages be coming. The men be like, "Oh Lord, what you done buy now?"
you know what? That's so terrible because every day I'm getting something. But I get a lot of my vitamins off of Amazon and
Yeah,
stuff
me
like
too.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I think financially, so you have to have an agreement. You have to have agreement in everything as a couple. One can't go out and start a business without the other one saying, "Okay, I'm consenting this and you just do it together," or you go and do this and when you're up and successful, then I'll start mine. You have to have an agreement and have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
That's very important. A plan for wealth. You have
Yeah.
to have a plan because
Yeah.
if you don't have a plan, you're planning for nothing. So,
Correct.
yeah, a
I
plan.
agree with you. Yeah, finances is very, very big. It can destroy a relationship. I know personally, finances in my relationship, I had a 16-year relationship with my child's father. That's a long-standing relationship, but we
Yeah.
also grew up together, right? So the way I viewed money and the way he viewed money, the way I viewed a certain lifestyle, the way he viewed a certain lifestyle, it was just totally different. So that
Mm-hmm.
kind of like drove a wedge between the both of us, you know.
Okay.
I wanted steak. He wanted, fake meat. But whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But another thing that kind of plays a role in challenges is the rearing of children, how you want the child to grow up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want your child to be religious? Do you want your child to be more spiritual? Do you want your child to go to this school? Do you want your child to go to that school? That also plays a big factor on couples, staying together. And
Right. You're exactly right. I think one of the things that you should do before you get married is have counseling, marriage counseling. That's very important because one thing that we do, we put everything out on the table. We discuss religion, we discuss finance, we discuss just intimate, everything that
Mhm.
has to do with a family. Bringing it together and you're uniting because you're bringing two people from two different backgrounds and ideas together. So if
Correct.
you are not on one accord, that is very important, then you're going to have a lot
Is
of
that I
problems in your
know her.
marriage.
Yeah.
I've
Do we have a video? And Tita 1811, I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry. She said, no, I'm saying people, why more couples are together, just a theory, no shade. I do apologize about that. I misread and misinterpreted your comment. So my apologies to you. All right, let's look at this video Miss Deborah got for us. Roll it, conductor. We can't hear it. Hello, Deborah. All
Well,
right, all right.
yeah, maybe we'll come back to that. It
We'll come
looks
back
like
to
it's
it. Yeah.
very, very good. Yeah. But what was her comment? I'm sorry.
Yeah, her other comment was she was flexing for social media. And I automatically assumed that she was talking about you, being rich and everything like that. But no, she
Oh,
was saying something else. She said, no, I'm saying people, why more couples are together. It's just a theory, no shade. So I do apologize about that, sis. I really do.
okay. I
Yeah.
said God bless her anyway.
Okay. Exactly.
God bless her. Yeah,
Sawyer
that's good.
Young wrote, yep, my husband and I are married 16 years, this 322. All right, that's a power number.
That's a
And
good,
we
good.
still struggle with
Congratulations.
financial discipline. Girl, it's hard.
Yeah,
It
it
is
is.
hard because like
Yeah.
some people want to spend and some people want to save. So
Right,
financial love
right,
language, if it's different financially, it's crazy. Yeah, watching
right.
in the cloud finances continue courting even after the I do's are exchanged and keeping the lines of communication open, especially after the children leave home. That is so
It's so
important
important. Yes,
because
yes.
most couples, when the children leave home, they start looking at each other like, oh, why are we together? The
Yes,
kids.
that's true. You find a lot of couples
Yeah.
separate when the kids are empty nesters. Yeah, a lot
Hmm.
of people do. So you have to enjoy each other during the process of raising your children. And
Right.
then when they're gone, I know my cousin and his wife, they go out on dates all the time. They're call themselves the empty nesters.
I love
And
it.
yeah, they post things that they do. They go out to eat. They do things that they wasn't able to do before because they were raising children. Even though
Right.
now they got college, both of their children is in college, but they are enjoying life together. So, and they're still young. They're only in their late 40s.
Oh, that's
So
excellent. Ooh,
that's
that's good.
excellent.
Yeah.
So yeah, traveling and doing all the fun things. It's just wonderful if you reach that and you still is interested in one another, which you should be, but
You should,
sometimes
yeah, you should try to like evolve in a relationship. Evolve. The relationship
right,
is going to go through ebbs and flows and different phases.
right.
Evolve with your partner.
Evolve
So
with your partner.
yeah.
Because you know what? I realize every 5 years your body changes
Mm-hmm.
and you grow. So if you don't grow together, you're going to have problems
That's true.
because some people get sick, some people get stronger, some people, their ideas has changed from when they first started because you're not the same person and you're
Right.
not going to stay the same. Things is always evolving, so you're going to also, like right now, I just like at this age, I like to learn things. So I'm always
Mm-hmm.
signing up for programs and stuff like that. And my grandson said he's really proud of me because I'm always in a class. And
That's
I
right.
just love it. This
Yeah.
is my time of like, I want to grab everything I can learn. And it don't have to be Christian things or religious. I don't even like using that word religious because that's just somebody doing things religiously, like, so
Mm-hmm.
that's how
Right,
I look at it.
exactly.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but I really enjoy that.
Yeah. Now
Okay,
maybe
there
we
we
have
go.
a video. Let's see. Nope. What's going on here? But okay,
So the
well,
work for me
There we go.
is if I love her, the thing that I pride myself on is that I know her. I've
Yes,
I've taken the time to know her.
he is great at paying attention to details, and it makes a real difference.
So the work for me is if I love her, then it has to be lived out.
Yeah.
So the way that I live it out
Mhm.
is I try to get to know you so I know what makes you tick, what sets you off, and I try to love you the way that you want to be loved. Um,
Yes.
that was beautiful.
That
Yeah.
was beautiful.
Yeah, you see, we were just talking about the evolution of relationship. That looks like an evolved relationship. They both look like
Yeah.
they're in their 40s or, whatever. And maybe they have been together. He is choosing intentionally to love this woman. He's
Right.
choosing to love this woman and he's
Mhm.
being intentional with her. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. And that's really good because a lot of times, I'm learning so much stuff now. Um, I heard this one minister said that we got it backwards in the society, that women is supposed to serve the husband, but no, husband's supposed to serve the woman. That's how it's the other way around. And
Yeah.
we have done it so backwards,
Yeah.
So, and I never heard that before, but when you really think about it, they're supposed to protect us, they're supposed to provide for us, they're supposed to be the king and the priest of the household. What
Hmm.
is that? That's all serving, right? And
Correct.
we as women is supposed to take the things that he brings and make it a home.
Correct. Exactly.
Make it a
Exactly.
home. Yeah,
But a lot of these
exactly.
young men, they're caught up in a red pill manosphere, um, section of social media, and they're being misfed false information about women being of service to men. Men are not
Hmm.
supposed to be, they're supposed to be, like you said, the protectors, the providers, and of service. We receive, and then we
Yes,
multiply to them.
we
This is what they don't
multiply it.
understand.
Yes,
We receive, and then
exactly.
we multiply.
And we multiply.
Our
That's what
bodies
we
are
do.
even set up this way to receive, and
Right.
then we give them something in return.
Yes, yes. You
But
give us food, we make dinner. You
right,
give
exactly.
us
You
a
give us
house,
a
we
house, we
make a
make a
home.
home.
Yes,
You
that's
give
what
us
we
your
do.
sperm, we're gonna make some cheering for you.
Children. Yes, that's right.
Cheering.
So therefore, yeah, we had it. And when he was saying that, I was like, wow, I never really thought about that. And it needs to be a teaching on that in the churches.
Yeah,
So but I'm putting it out there now
yeah,
that yeah, we had it all backwards. Yep.
yeah. We do. And Latoya, that's right. It is that's reciprocation. That's reciprocal. Yes, Miss Lady, it is. You give, I,
Hmm.
I give back.
That's right. Yeah.
So
Tenfold. Tenfold.
yeah, and why wouldn't a man want to serve a woman? We are after all, the bodies that brings life into this realm. So
Exactly.
why
Yes.
wouldn't and that's a very, serious thing to do. Miss Deborah said
Yes.
so true. We women are the neck of the relationship. Okay, girl.
Yes, we
Wallace
are.
Bates said, tell my daughter each day, lots of prayers, and you and hubby must be on the same page. If not, it will be a camel trying to go through an eye of a needle. 21
That's
years of
Bible.
marriage, each day is a journey. I hear that,
It
Wallace. That's
is.
what's up.
Yes, that's
That's what's
good.
up.
That's good. Yes,
Yeah,
that is
on the
good.
same page.
That's
Alignment.
biblical.
Yeah,
Hmm. Oneness.
alignment.
Yes. You know,
Alignment is everything, Minister Connie. It's
yes.
everything. Like even when I date men, if I choose to date them, girl, because I be in my hole. But at this great big age that I'm at now, if we're not in alignment together,
Right.
I don't even look at you.
That's
I'm not
right.
even going to date you. I'm not nothing. In alignment, I'm talking about with food, how we see things, finances, just our outlook, and sometimes even our spiritual beliefs as well too. I
That's
want to
very
be
important.
in
Very
alignment.
important. Yes.
Yeah, because
Very important. you know
oh
Especially
yeah,
I couldn't see myself in my home, praying and worshiping the Lord and having my time and my Bible time, and somebody want to come in and play music that is not of my taste,
correct.
and cussing and acting a fool in my house. That would not sit well with me, and there would be a lot of problems. Like, you got to go,
You see what I'm
so
saying? Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
exactly.
You
Now,
got to
see
be
me on the
equally
other
yoked.
hand, Minister Connie, I'm
We've
a
had our times where we
metaphysician.
were just like, maybe
Oh,
we should
let's
just
look
go
at
our
this
separate
video.
ways.
Oh, okay. Are we playing this, Miss Deborah?
It's one, we've had our times where we were just like, maybe we should just go our separate ways. I say we've been married and divorced a couple of times within the same relationship, but that's just because, yeah, it's been 15 years. And I mean, if you can't be honest about that and say that you've grown with someone through that, think about it. We met each other when we were 18 and 19 years old.
We were kids.
We were kids.
I didn't know what being a monogamous dude was. Like
Nobody, we didn't. We
I
were
had
trying
no
to figure
clue
it
what I
out
was
still.
doing.
I
I'm
forget.
still trying to figure out what I'm doing. I'm 33 years old.
That's true. We're still trying. At
I
least
just
we're
know
figuring it out
that
together. That's the good thing.
That's a good thing.
I love that because this is Deval and Kadeem, and I used to follow them on social media a lot. You know, they always used to show their little family inside the house and things like that. And I remember, you know, when he first started out, you know, he was a struggling actor. And
Mm-hmm.
she stuck even through all that mess. She still stuck by him until he reached a pinnacle of success. And when he did, he brought her right along with him. That was a
That's right.
beautiful sight to see.
Oh,
And
yeah.
their relationship, I saw it evolve over time,
Right.
from them being in a
Right.
small little apartment in Brooklyn all the way now to having this big, beautiful home out there in Georgia.
That's right.
So,
And yes, that's right. Like
mhm,
Snoop Dogg, you know, he is
mhm.
very family oriented, and that's
Yeah.
great. And who else? Ice T, Ice Cube, Ice
Is it
T.
Ice Cube and his
I
wife?
think, yes, many years, many
Yeah.
years. I love
Yeah.
seeing that because you know what? Even with the success, the struggles came and then the success, and they stayed. Some men get successful and divorce their wives because they
Mhm,
want somebody, they want eye candy on their arm. And that's
mhm.
not always good because
Yeah,
that eye candy is only there for what you have. You know,
correct.
is it really, really, really love? And there has been a lot of men that have done that, but majority of um, the families that is in Hollywood have stayed together for many, many years,
Yeah,
many, many
they have.
years.
Yeah, I've
Hmm.
seen that. You know, even Will and Jada, they've been together. We know that she done had a few entanglements, and we heard about his too. Child, how you doing, Will?
Right, but
But
he
still,
really loves her.
yeah, they choose to be together. They
Yeah.
choose to evolve with each other. Even now
Hmm.
that the children are grown and adults,
Hmm.
they are
Hmm.
still choosing to go through this thing called life together.
Right.
We're at 32 minutes. Miss Debra, can you please bring up some stats? We would like to see some stats here. Yep, the percentage of Black children living in two-parent households has increased for the first time in decades. Yes, it has. Two-parent households typically have higher combined incomes, leading to greater financial stability. Yeah, I guess, right? I've seen different sometimes, but yeah.
But that's the
Children in stable
majority.
two-parent
Yeah.
homes often have better access. We'll get back to that. Have access to resources, including education and housing. That is true.
Hmm.
Two-parent households typically have higher combined incomes, leading to greater financial stability. Rising living costs are pushing more people towards partnership as a financial strategy.
That's true.
Mhm. It is true. Yeah.
Hmm.
I've seen, I've seen a video lately, recently of a man. He had a family, and I think they were living in a shelter.
Hmm.
For some odd reason, they were living in the shelter and they were having a really hard time. And I remember his son was trying to play football to try to get out of the poverty that him and his family was in. That kind of,
Hmm.
that's why when I was thinking about the two-family home bringing financial stability, it all depends on how the parents are working together. Um,
Hmm. Hmm.
when it comes to finances inside the house and how they're steering the children. So
Hmm. Yeah,
it all
that's
depends.
true. That's
Yeah.
true. Hmm.
Deborah
That's
said
true.
he was an NFL player and decided to quit and become an actor. That's right. This is going back to that video that we just saw with Deval and Kadeem. He was an NFL player. But yeah, and after he did that, she still stuck with him. That's the point. She still stuck with this man, and it's because she believed in him and she chose to do this thing called life with him. So
Hmm.
yeah, you're absolutely correct. Media doesn't want to promote successful relationships, and there are way more than they project. And that is so true,
Hmm.
especially successful Black relationships.
Hmm.
They
Hmm.
got us messed up.
They really
Okay.
do. They
They got,
really do.
but they'll promote Cardi B and her relationship and her always arguing with her baby daddy and all kinds of stuff. They'll promote that to the T, but they will
Hmm.
never promote really great Black love. They will never show
Right.
us that.
Hmm.
It's messed up. That's why we really have to stop looking at the stars, okay? Because we are the stars, not them. We are
Yes.
the stars,
Yes. Yes.
all right?
Hmm.
And we really got to start communicating with each other and communing with each other again and not
Right.
being influenced by what we see on the television.
It is television.
Yeah,
It's
television.
yes, it's just a lie, you know.
Talala.
Tell a
Okay.
lie.
Girl.
That's what it is. You
Yeah.
know, you got to do fact what is it called?
Fact
Fact
checking.
check. Yeah,
Hmm.
because if you don't, you will be misled,
You
and that's
will.
in anything, you know,
Yeah.
anything you could be
That's why,
misled.
like, still, when we meet other races of people, whether they're white, Chinese, Asian, whatever, they are so shocked to see successful Black people as if
Hmm.
they, and to us, like, we're just walking around like it's no big deal, okay?
Right,
Because
right,
it
right.
is what it is, and we communicate and we're with each other. But they get so crazy when they say, because they automatically assume we should still be on welfare. We should be committing the crimes. We should be in anything negative. And it's
Mm-mm.
messed. I can't curse because Reverend Connie here, but it's messed. It's plucked up. It's plucked up. It
You
is
said plucked up. That's
plucked up.
good.
I ain't saying that.
That's
I
good.
ain't
Oh
saying
no,
this. I'm
that's
being
good.
good. I'm
Plucked
being
up.
good. Plucked up.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
And
being
they can
good,
read
girl.
between the
I'm a
lines. I'm
heathen.
pretty sure of that. Yeah, but that was good. What she had said that the portrayal of
Yeah.
us is not right. It isn't. And it's such a shame. We're not. Black people are the most forgiving and loving people that you
Yeah.
ever want to be around. We really are. I went to Africa in October, and I tell you what, even the people that did not have a high level of living, they
Mm-hmm.
were so happy, and they would all say, "Thank you for visiting our country." Very, very proud of their country. That's their country,
Yeah.
because that's all you pretty much see is black. That's all you
Yeah.
see is black. You
Yeah.
know, they love their country.
Yeah.
And that really made me feel really good because, their living condition wasn't the greatest, but they were happy and they were glad that you were there to see their beautiful country. And they all would say, "My beautiful country." And it is beautiful. It's so
Correct.
beautiful there,
Yeah.
really.
It's so sad because we may not think their living conditions are not subpar because we're comparing it to American culture, but they probably are very happy out there.
They are. They
Yeah.
are, like I
Because when I
said,
went to the Caribbean, I saw people still living in shacks, girl. And they were happy,
they were
drinking that
happy.
coconut water from the trees.
Yeah.
They had a
Yeah.
care in the world.
Have a care in the world. And
No,
that's so true. I think United States totally, it's so much rush, rush, hurry, hurry, stress, stress. In other countries, you buy a house, you don't have to pay taxes on it.
correct.
Here, they tax you to death on everything.
Because this is a corporation. We don't really own anything in the United States. There's really no ownership because if you do not pay your taxes on your home, they will
You
take it
lose
from
it.
you.
You lose it.
You lose it. So how can you totally own it? You don't own it.
You don't
The
own it.
government owns it still. And you
Yes.
are forever indebted to the government.
Yes, you
Forever.
are. We are. We are. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Someone
you
says, anonymous, more Black kids growing up with two parents, or the parents living in the same house. You want to answer that, Reverend Connie?
Mm,
Minister
most
Connie?
of them are, but there is some parents that are raising their children together. They co-parent. So
Mm-hmm.
that's called co-parenting. And they have, some spend time with one parent and some spend time with the other parent, but it's
Mm-hmm.
still two parent raising their children.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. And it was the
mhm,
same with my child's father and I. When my child reached 6, unfortunately, our relationship ended, but it did not end the co-parenting of our child. My
mm,
child's father got him every weekend without question. We didn't even have a court agreement. He just automatically started getting his son every weekend from Friday to Monday. He had him. I had him the rest of the week, you know. So it kind of just freed me up to do what I wanted to do on the weekends, to be
yeah,
honest
that
with
was
you.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that is a committed father
he
because that's
was.
committed. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's watch this video. Or maybe the video's watching us. I don't know. Girl, we can't
Yeah,
hear it.
these videos haven't been real good.
Ah,
Mm.
yeah, the video's not popping. Anonymous said we need 100% marriage rate in the community. I don't think that's necessarily true because not everybody is supposed to be married, Anonymous. Not everybody is supposed. This is
Yes.
what people are not getting. I don't. Okay, I forgot the scripture in the Bible, Minister Connie, since you know the Bible. But isn't
Hopefully,
there
I know what
a scripture
scripture
that
it
says,
is.
it's best to remain single or something like that?
Yeah, there are some people that it should be single because they are called to um, you know what people say, I'm serving God. We can't serve God. We serve God through serving humanity, each other.
Correct.
That's how we serve God. So when you just go to church and read your Bible, that's not serving God. God actually serve us. What can we give him? There's nothing we could give him. He gives everything to us. We
Yeah,
don't
we're
give
here to
him.
love one thing that humans don't understand, we're here to love and help each other. We're here to love, help, and support each
Exactly.
other.
Yes, he
That's
said
what we're
when you
missing.
visit, yep, when you visit the
Yeah,
jails, you was visiting me. We're supposed to serve one another
we are
and
supposed to
love
serve.
one another. Love your neighbors as yourself. So
Yeah,
therefore, the thing is there are some people that are dedicated and just for serving through missionary, through going to other countries, teaching people about God, So those are the people that choose not to be married. Nuns
correct.
and what are priests?
Yeah.
They in their religion, the Catholic religion, they are not married. They don't marry.
Yeah,
So
exactly. So
exactly.
yeah, not everybody is supposed to be married. Hey, King Simon, I see you. I see you. So Anonymous said, "Don't put the carriage before the horse."
That's
Whatever.
right.
Yeah, and I thank you, Double A. No, it's not everything. Exactly. Everyone is not supposed to be married. All right.
Yeah,
Now,
that's
since we're
true.
talking about marriage and things like that, let's talk about the dating culture. How has dating impacted our subject of today, which is more kids are being raised in two-parent homes?
Dating. Well,
Hmm.
I haven't dated in a long time. I I,
Hmm.
I really can't touch on that because uh, but I know that when I was dating, and if I dated right now, I would definitely sit down and say, "Do you got a license? Do you got a car?
Yeah. Oh
Do
my
you
God, because
use
that's important.
drugs? Or you're a secret drug user, or you are a secret drinker, you know? How do you feel about God? How do you feel about tithing? How do you feel about giving? You could give to somebody and that mate will be furious because
Hmm.
you're helping someone in your family or friend. Because I do
Yes.
that quite a bit, you know. I don't want to have a big argument in my house because I didn't help somebody out of something that they got into. But I usually confer with the Lord. Lord, should I help this person? Because you can't help everybody.
No, you cannot.
You can't. You
Yeah.
can't because some people want to live any kind of way and so use their money for whatever, drinking, smoking, drugs, and then you can't keep on helping that person because then you'd just be a crutch.
I
So
agree with that. Yeah,
yeah,
I do
lending
agree with that.
somebody money could cause a big fight in your home,
Hmm. Oh
especially
yeah.
yeah, especially when it's a family member that person don't like too much.
Exactly. One time my ex, he was giving his friend, a female friend, money. And I'm not just talking about once in a blue moon. He was giving her money every time he got her check, his check.
Oh,
Girl, I was like, that's your boo. That's your boo. Because how are you giving her money every week? I could see once in a blue moon. See,
hmm,
that was like that's something I didn't condone. I wasn't down
right.
with that because I felt like he was supporting her in that manner. All right.
Yeah, now, yeah, every check, I don't think that should be, because I know some men that support their mothers. I have no problem with that.
Oh
I
no, yeah, I
really
think
don't.
they should.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I know a lot of men that help out their mother, and I don't have a problem with that. I think that is very kind of them.
Mm-hmm.
Most men do want to look out for their mothers. They
As they
really do.
should.
As they should,
Yeah.
and their sisters,
And it's right.
yeah, my nephew, he really looks out for his mother and his sisters.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, but yeah, financially it could cause a big problem. But those are some of the things I would ask, in dating anymore. Do you have your own house, or you living with your mother?
Right.
That's a big one right there. you
Yeah.
know are
Yeah.
you living at home with your mother?
Well, it depends. Like some people, especially in this economy that we're in, some people actually do go back home to help their parents out because their parents are aging. They
Hmm.
need help. And if
Yeah,
they're
that's
still
true.
healthy enough, they'll go back there just to help their parents. So I've
Okay.
seen that happen on many occasions where
Yes, I
adult
have
children are
too.
moving back in. Yeah, and it doesn't necessarily
Exactly.
mean that they're a bum or anything like that. You
Right.
know, they just are there to support their aging parent.
Yeah.
Booker
Now, if
said,
it's
"Ask what's your
yeah,
credit score." Man, listen, that's right.
he's right about that too. You know, because yeah, I remember I was dating somebody and they asked me to put a car in my name for them.
Oh hell no,
Yeah, so
hell
that
no.
that happens. They want to get everything on your credit.
Yeah, that's so that yeah, you have to be careful. King Simon said, "I would help my mother and father." I would too, but
Yeah.
my mother already know we ain't living together. I'm gonna help you from afar, Belinda. Okay, we ain't living together. She already know her messy ass. She already know. King Simon said, "I'll still take a village." I hear that, man. I hear that. Booker asks, do you have any student loans? How is your relationship with your family? Yeah, those are good questions to ask because sometimes, like, if you are about to get into a
That's
relationship with
true.
somebody and you're commingling funds together, you're
Hmm.
going to want to know all their debts, okay? Because
Yes.
you don't want to actually inherit their debts. And
Hmm.
you also going to want to know if they are working on mitigating their debts. That's
Yes.
another thing.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah. You
When
don't.
is
You
your
don't
last
want that.
checkup? Okay, Booker is bringing it because yes, you also want to ask about their health because you don't want
Right.
to be a nurse with a purse to somebody.
Yes,
You know
especially when you just get in a relationship. Yeah,
exactly.
that would be bad.
Yeah. Walter said, I don't date by choice and continually ask God to help me sustain the way of the world, have me wanting to be single and satisfied unless God say otherwise. And see, stay single until the right
Right
person arrives.
person.
Don't just get into a relationship
That's
because
right.
society is pressuring us to be with somebody.
Right. Right.
Be
Right.
in alignment. It's all about alignment.
Alignment. Yep. And that's right. I like what he said because that's true. That's something that I'm praying about and seeking because you could pick up anybody,
You
you
really can have
know.
a straight. I'm
Really can't. So
And this day, Reverend Connie, Minister, I keep calling you Reverend Connie, Minister Connie.
well,
These days, too.
actually, that's true. I am a reverend and I am a minister.
Oh, but
So I'm
okay,
both.
girls, I'm good. All right. But these days, we also have to be careful, right? Especially us business. We're two women that own businesses, and our
Yes.
businesses do very, very well.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You have to be careful who we have to be careful who we align ourselves with because
Yes.
the person that comes in, we're going to want to make sure they're here for us and not necessarily because they think they're going to get something from us. So
That's
it's
true.
very
That's true.
hard to date in this position. You know,
Yes.
it
Yes.
really is.
And you know what? I find that a lot of men they're intimidated because you're successful and they want like damsel in distress. Oh,
Hmm.
I need someone to hand me money to get my nails done, or to get my hair done, or to buy me an outfit, or to help with my light and gas. No, like I said, I want to be with the person I want to be with. I don't need that person. I want to be with that person.
I
It
want
makes a
them.
big difference. So exactly. And I find that I intimidate men, and I'm like, well, why?
Yeah.
I am so down to earth and stuff like that, but I don't know.
If
Some
you
people are
intimidate them, then
scared.
they don't need to be with you because you don't need no
Right,
weak ass
right.
person in your cipher.
Exactly.
That's just the
Right.
bottom line. Are we gonna
Exactly.
watch this last video, Deborah? Because we can't hear it, girl. I guess not. It's so okay. There we go.
No.
No? Okay. Yo, Minister Connie, everybody answered all the questions that we had today. You know, like most of the questions that we had up there about because most of it has dealt with finances because finances is one of the driving factors of keeping relationships and family together. Because
Right.
finances can either make or break you.
Yes,
Some
it
of the
can.
people waiting for Jesus, Muhammad, or Abraham to give them a mate, and that doesn't make sense if you are not willing to put in the work. And that is true. You have to
That's
do the
true.
work on yourself
On
first.
yourself. Exactly.
Got to
Yes.
feed yourself first. Just go and be a sugar mama, lady. You want me to be your sugar mama, anonymous. And that's a hell to the nah, to the nah, nah, nah. Okay? Sucker. Anywho, girl, you know he always up here trolling us. All right. Reverend Connie, what advice would you give younger people about family and money?
It's a journey. But if you have God in that journey, you'll be successful.
Yeah.
Without God, you are not this is me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I've been around for a while.
Yeah.
Without God, you are going to have problems anyway, but with Him, He can help you solve them. And
Yeah.
He is a provider, He's a healer, He's a friend. He is all that and everything else.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to say amen to that myself. So put him in your family so to help you raise your kids because he'll give you wisdom on how to talk to your husband, how your husband needs to talk to you, and how to raise your children. And come together and be on one accord. But
Yeah.
also make sure that you have him in that court.
Correct. So, guys, right now we're going to go to the Black Women History Facts. Every Friday, we run a Black woman. We talk about her history. In this week, we are talking about International Black Women. Okay, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala of Nigeria. Okay, she is the first Black woman and first African to serve as Director General of the World Trade Organization. She has spent decades shaping global economics policies and continues to advocate for equitable financial systems worldwide. That's awesome. So sad. I never heard of her before.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I
No.
never heard of her before. Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Awala. Awala. Girl. If we can say Schwarzenegger, we can pronounce our African brothers and sisters' names, okay? And I need to do better. I need to do better. But that is freaking awesome. So,
Mhm.
yeah, we're about to
Is
close out
there a
right
picture
now.
of her?
You said
Is
what?
there a picture? Is there a picture of her?
Yeah. Deborah, is there a picture of this doctor here? We would love to see her. I guess not, girl. Girl. Oh, well,
No
I guess we
picture.
gotta
Okay.
Google it after we get off this feed here, because. And guys, just in case you're tuning in, it's a light day. Most of our queens had emergencies and are out today, so it's just me and Minister Connie rocking this out, and we're having a great conversation again about more Black kids are growing up in two-parent homes, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing to see.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
Reverend Connie, what does the future of Black families look
Oh,
like?
there she
Oh,
is.
there she go. Hey, girl.
Okay.
It's good to see our fellow Nigerian doing some great things out here in the world,
hmm
especially a Black
hmm
woman. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's
That's
good.
awesome.
Mm.
Yeah.
Now,
So
what
we're
was
about to
your
close out, but my question to you was, what does the future of Black families look like? And also, can you tell us where we can find you afterwards?
Okay, I think the Black family is looking stronger, better, and wealthier. We look good together.
Mm,
Success is starting. I see it everywhere. We are really, really evolving and we're doing better with our finances. So you can find me at conniespearman.com. And I want to say happy Friday to everybody. Good Friday. And also, happy Resurrection Day. I don't call it Easter, it's Resurrection Day on Sunday. So, everyone have a good weekend.
Yes. Yes. I agree with you, Dr. Reverend Connie. Minister Connie, I agree with you. You know, Black families should evolve
Hmm.
with the times. We're going into a crazy time right now. And I
Hmm.
really think that we should all stick together as well. Now, in
As
some
well.
cases, we can't stick together because there's a lot of toxicity in some people's families. But for the most part, we all should stick together and evolve with each other so that we can
Hmm.
have a beautiful, fruitful future. All right.
Right. And yes,
Yeah,
yes.
the Black family is the most powerful families. That's right, Deborah. That's
Mhm.
right. On the planet. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Double A. I appreciate you, sis. All right, y'all. So, family structure, money, and stability are all connected. And as things shift, the real question is not just what's changing, but how we use it to build stronger futures. Make sure you like, comment, and share, and talk about this amongst your friends. Thank you for tuning in, guys. We
Yes.
appreciate you with our short staff and
Love
our
you.
no video having asses.
Ah, you know what? It was fun.
Yeah.
Yolanda, you are so funny.
Silly ass. I'm always gonna be silly.
You know what? You suppose one thing I say to myself every day, I am happy, I am joyful, and I have peace. I got peace. I
Yeah,
say that every morning when I wake up.
yeah.
Because you choose to be happy, you choose to be joyful, and you choose to have peace.
Thank
So
you.
I want to
That
leave
is
that with everybody.
creating your reality.
Reality. I call
Create
it
what
framing
you
your
want to
day.
see.
Yep, framing your day.
Yeah,
So I frame my day on saying this, and even if I wake up in a bad mood, it puts me in a good mood.
correct. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. We'll see you next Friday. Our other queens will be here next Friday. So
Bye
we'll see you next
bye.
Friday. Have a good weekend. Bye.
Yes. Bye.